Hello, Days of Our Lives fans. This is for Tuesday, March the 25th. Yesterday, Monday the 24th, basically the main thing that happened yesterday is that Tate ratted out Dougie. He called Julie. Okay, EJ and Ava run into each other in front of the pub. They have a delightful, tense conversation, which EJ's rubbing it in her face that she can't do anything to him. And then Brady walks up, and Ava breaks up with Brady. It's so sad. He's telling her, everything's going to be okay, and he said, good for us that EJ says Big Rachel's out of the picture. And she said, no, they're still your daughter, and she's going to be constantly trying to break us up. It was so sad. It really was. I hated to see it. So, you remember Holly left Tate to go see what was going on with Dougie, and he told her that, he was going to go tell Julie the truth, and don't worry, he wasn't going to mention her at all. But meanwhile, Tate decided to rat him out. He couldn't mind his own business because he's jealous. And I'm just going to say, I hate Tate now. I'm done with him. He's just a pig. So anyway, Julie's talking to Tate, and she's like, what makes you think that Doug took it? And he's like, well, he told me. He was just determined to break hearts all over the place because he's a jealous prick. And she hangs up the phone with him, and then she's crying and stuff. And then Dougie.3 comes in, who I happen to like. And, well, there she is. She's still on the phone with him. But Dougie.3 comes in and says, Julie, is something wrong? And Julie says, you know what? They can take him off the show. Here he is knocking up Sophia. My God. He doesn't even deserve Holly, even though she treated him like crap. But anyway, she confronts Dougie. He admitted it that he did. And she's just crying and talking to him. And she's like, you took advantage of me in my darkest hour. And he was like, no, Julie, I was desperate, and she really didn't let him talk much, and she screamed at him to get out of her house. So he goes up and packs and comes back down, and he tells her, has a little speech for her before he leaves. That's where she told him to pack and get out of the house. And he tells her that the last few months he's been there was the best time of his life. He never wanted to hurt her or anything, and he made a bad mistake. He was so sorry, and he was getting ready to tell her today, and she said, oh, sure you were. She didn't buy that. And there he is. He's leaving. It was very heartbreaking. It made me hate Tate even more. He should just mind his own business. Dougie was going to take care of it. He wasn't really trying to save Holly. So Holly goes back to Tate and's telling him, everything's good with Dougie. He's not even going to mention my name. Trask didn't mention my name, and he's like, Holly, I just want you to know I wasn't trying to hurt Doug. And she kept interrupting him, so he never got to tell her the dirty deeds he done. So I hope when she finds out that it just bites him in the butt. So Melinda stops by to pick up Kristin's mother's papers where she's going to turn evidence on EJ. And that's when Kristin's telling her, I don't know, my brother shipped her off to somewhere. I don't even know where she is. I don't know what's going on. She didn't sign it. Blah, 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 blah. Kristin gone ugly. And, I don't blame her. She did just find her mom. But come on, you can't blame EJ either. So she tries to make an offer with him that she'll make him CEO of Demera. And he tells her he don't trust her. And it's a no deal. And she is screaming at him, I'm going to get you, EJ. I'm going to make you pay. If that's the last thing I do. You're going to get it, EJ. I'm going to take you down, EJ. And that's a wrap.